to another video from Siren the Beast, and we're going to be taking a nice little gander here at my 40-gallon saltwater tank and my other tanks that I've got. All of them are from Florida, I should say that. I've caught every animal in these tanks, collected everything as well, which may be why they look a little dumpy, but you know, I still like them, and I'm gonna get more fish. So anyway, let's get into this before tomorrow when we get some more stuff for it. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, future me coming from the future to show you what this tank actually looked like before. Now back to the video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. First thing I'm going to talk about here is the decorations. All of the plants, rocks, some of the stuff I didn't even try and get. Like that little plant. I have no idea what that plant is. If you know, please tell me, because I have no idea. Then there's some of that beautiful coralline algae on there. Unless it's not, then I don't know. There's some hidden anemones on there. I don't know if you can see them. They're rather small. And then there's some feather dusters in between them. But I collected all of this from Ozell Community Park. I think I pronounced that right. I could be totally wrong. I'm not really good at that. Some plant. This is what I'm trying to make this an algae bed with all different types of plants, rocks, wood maybe, I don't know. But mostly plants and rocks. And yeah. Now there's this nice one I found. There's a little orange on some of the rocks, like right there. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. Orange. But, yeah. There's a lot of nice plants, nice stuff here. Over here, this is dry live rock, and other dead live rock that I found. Because technically it's not illegal to take this stuff, because it's dead. Yeah. So, hairbrush plant, hairbrush plant, I think. Some sargassum I planted into the ground. Some oysters, dead, of course. And rock back there. And now for the substrate. Down here, it's just, I mixed everything up. It's very strange. There's some gravel that I collected from the beach that I got all this stuff from. All these rocks, all the cool stuff. Plants too. But, there's some of that gravel and rock and stuff. Then there's crushed shell. And then there's gravel from my freshwater aquariums. It makes out pretty well. I mean, I like the whole fit of it. Yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else here? Oop. And finally, the thing we've been waiting for the most here, the fish. Now, these are some pretty interesting fish we've got here. Some are fresh, well, most of them are brackish water animals, which is why they're so hardy, and that's why I'm keeping everything in here. Mostly because I don't want to put any reef fish in here yet. These guys are just keepers for now, because obviously, if anyone here watching does any fishing, you'll know that these guys are going to outgrow this tank in about a year. See, 40-gallon breeders are not made for little permit. That's right. These are young, juvenile permit. Very small. I caught them at a beach near me. And, well, they were really small. They're really irresistible. I mean, just look at that little orange on them. There's some black tips on them, and they're nice little red eyes. I just find them really cool. Really pretty. And they're really friendly. They have such a nice personality. And they love the wave maker here. See how it's all blowing them around? They love it. Now, secondly, we've got our sailfin molly. I caught this at the Hillsborough River. These guys are quite common throughout Florida. I've had these guys for a long time. I've never thought to put them in saltwater until about now. And I put them in here, so I like them. They're really pretty too. Like, I don't know about you, but if you can't see that orange or the blue on here, I don't know what you're seeing. These guys are beautiful fish. There's 2 of them here. One's not so pretty, and then there's the really pretty one. There used to be 6, but well, yeah, they passed. Now here's what I think is a Gulf killifish. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're Gulf killifish. They have all those speckles and those vertical lines on them. They're rather big. I cast netted them on accident when they looked a lot prettier when they were younger. They're still really pretty though. I really like them. I thought they were mummichogs, which is why I kept them, but they're still really pretty. Speckled too. I'm probably gonna keep them when I release all the other brackish fish. But yeah, they're really cool. Then we've got our frill-fin gobies, which you could probably guess was found in the same habitat where I collected all of these rocks. The frill-fin goby is one of the largest Florida saltwater gobies, besides the sleepers, but the sleepers are not actually gobies. These guys are really friendly. You'll probably, if you're like me, enjoy them eating. Especially this guy. He likes to stay out in the open. And then there's 2 more. This one, so I apologize for the extensive algae. I'll clean that off in a bit, but there's this guy. He's a lot darker, probably because he's been hiding in the rocks. He has a little cave nest there. He's been spewing out all the sand recently. And now, boom. Yeah, boom. Right here, we've got our 3rd one. He likes the oysters. He's very skittish, so I'm kind of shocked that he's out here. See how he's breathing a little heavier than normal? Also, I wanted to point out their that suction cup thingy. You see it right there? Little suction cup right under their head. It helps them from getting blown around by not only that, but in the wild, there's currents, obviously. See it now? It's a lot better. Sometimes, which I find really cool, they like to stick to the side of the glass. They were just doing it earlier. Notice how stiff he is? How all these other fish are moving around? Look how cool it is. I found that really interesting. It's not even blowing around. And now there's one more fish that is the most secretive fish I have in this tank. Probably always will be. I don't know if I could show you him. He is a possum pipefish. I have no idea where he is. He's always hiding. So that kind of sums up this tank. Yeah, let's move on. Okay, so I did forget the most important thing. Oh, by the way, there's the striped killifish. There's a male. There's 2 males, actually. But we forgot to feed them. Now, I'm feeding them a nutritional diet of large gladworms, which sound really bad. Mostly spirulina. There was spirulina mixed in with these, but I ran out of that, so now I'm just giving them bloodworms. The gobies especially love this. These guys love it too, but not as much as the gobies, because I don't give the gobies sinking food, because this is a lot more nutritious. I don't like that when that happens, but anyway. Normally you don't see that happen every day, but these guys are very territorial animals, so it would be expected. Big blast, and then look over here. All of them come over. However, sadly, this guy ran away from the whole situation. He's now all alone. Now, he's changed his mind and knows where the food is. I'm gonna drop it right back here. Maybe he'll come and see it. Yep, there he goes. For the flaky and not really interesting fish food. Flakes. I give them tetramarine large saltwater flakes. Clean and clear water formula. Nutritionally balanced diet for all marine fish. Very interesting for those guys. And then we have the cobalt spirulina aquatics spirulina. That is for the killifish, because these guys and those guys don't eat meat as much. I mean, you probably did see them eating some of the bloodworms, but they don't normally do that. Or I suppose they will. And these guys will eat it too, but they haven't been in this tank as long, so they're gonna realize that they don't like it. Just like my cichlids, but I'll get to that later. Now, yeah, see, they're eating it now, but they're not gonna like it. See how they're stopping? Now he's still got a bloodworm in his mouth. Yeah, killifish. The funduluses. Oh, I don't even know why I called them that. The killifish don't particularly come out that much, probably because they have a lagoon. And in said lagoon, they like to hide and don't eat. And he just went out, so. Now I'm going to continue to feed them, and I'm going to give them a nice little pinch, or a large pinch actually, of flakes. And these guys are going to go crazy over it, and eventually they'll get to the bottom, and hopefully these guys will eat it. These guys are quite aggressive. Oh, why'd I add these snails? Some sort of conch, I don't know. If you know, please tell me in the comments below. But these guys are quite aggressive and have eaten all my other snails. There's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Maybe even more. I don't know how many are in here. I remember putting 3, but they survived all the other trips. Oh, there's my pipefish. Convenient. Anyway. Snail shell. Used to have him. Then I had added these guys in. He ate him. I'm probably gonna crush it up later, so. Oh yeah, and the tulip snail. I don't even know how they ate that. And now you can see how all this stuff is happening. I'm gonna go feed the other fish. And we're gonna explore the great wonders of the 10-gallon. Boom. Now this is a sad little tank here. There is very few animals, and only one of the light works in here. Actually, 2 of the lights work, but there's not that many fish. The plants don't really like it that much. Or maybe they do. Like the last time it killed all my plants, and these plants seem to be doing a lot better. Anyway, this is my sad little crab tank. There's 2 crabs in here. A purple marsh crab and a fiddler crab. There were 2 fiddler crabs. One of them was probably killed by my crayfish, which I moved to another tank. Anyway, and there's 1 to 3 fish. I know this guy's still in here. I don't know what happened to the other 2. Actually, no, I do. I see one right there. His little eyes poking out. I don't know if you can see him or not. Yeah, he went back now. But there's 2 golden top minnows in here as well. This is only half filled, and there's a lot of algae from the previous tank from the previous person that it was in, that owned this anyway. Heater helps heat up the water. The crab mostly likes to hide under there, but I don't really see them that much. I only feed him. I feed all my freshwater fish goldfish. Vitamin C enriched. Less waste. Top mid feeder. Since there's not really any bond. Oh yeah, there's a catfish in here. I think it's some sort of slender madtum, or I think it is a slender madtum, or a tadpole madtum, which is probably the most correct choice since slender madtums I don't think live where I live in Florida. I just feed a little bit of that and then boom. Really sad tank, so I'm not going to do any more exciting swimmers. Now, there's some wood in here, driftwood, rock. All of this stuff was collected except for the gravel, and that's a rabbit snail. Tons of these little babies that you... No, focus here, bro. Focus. There we go. Tons of these little babies. As you can see, tons. That little white dot right there, That's a little baby. And you can see how many there are. So it's I want to change the gravel, but no, he's coming out now. I want to change the gravel to sand, but the thing is, I don't want to kill my snails. I love snails, and they're keeping the tank mighty clean. So, I don't know what I should do. Maybe I should get some loaches, because there is one type of loach that lives in North America. Oh, look who came out to the party. Yeah, there's one type of loach that lives in Florida, and that is the Oriental weather loach. One of my friends caught one, but or two actually, that were underneath a couple rocks. But he released them, as would I, because I didn't have any knowledge. I didn't even know what it was. They're called Oriental weather loaches, for you to know. Yeah. Rather interesting, but I'm sorry for that. Now let's move on. Next tank. Oh, actually no. Catfish. Identify. Now. Please. Curse Splash. Now this is mostly invasive. This is my semi-aggressive tank, although it is mostly aggressive. That catfish is definitely not a walking. It's probably a walking catfish. Rather interesting. I like him. And they're also an invasive species. I couldn't kill him. I couldn't bring myself to kill him. So anyone watching, I'm sorry, but I couldn't bring myself to kill him. I had him since he was that size, and he was so small. I didn't know he was. I thought he was a Mad Tim. That guy, the other guy right here, I know he's a Mad Tim, but yeah. So I couldn't kill him. I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I kept him. Not much wrong with that. He hasn't done anything bad. I mean, I'm not breeding them or anything. I'm not raising them. I mean, I did technically raise him, but anyway, on the other fish. This isn't a really natural environment. Oh, I just got off topic. Anyway, fish. These are black acara, type of South American cichlid from, quote, South America. They were brought here through the aquarium trade. And this guy's pretty gorgeous. I raised all of these guys from little tiny babies. That big to that big. Hopefully, they're definitely going to get bigger. I had more, but they got a little bigger. Now, there is a Florida bluegill in the back. Florida bluegill. Not a regular bluegill like them up north have, but these guys live exclusively in Florida. Peninsular Florida. Peninsular Florida? Warmouth. My favorite fish. No offense to all you guys, but my favorite fish in the tank. They are like mini bass. Literally. When I show you them feeding, you're gonna be impressed. I'll show you them feeding. I'll show you them feeding a worm, worm tam, and other little live fish. He likes live fish too. But this guy is insane. He is a beast. Just look at that mouth. Look at that mouth. It's insane. And these guys hand feed, so let's get on with that. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, I'm sorry for the little wobbly. This is gonna be a little wobbly. You can see how these guys are already ready to eat. Look, these guys do hand feed. See? Hand. Oh wow, that's strange. That's a strange sensation. See that? Oh, look who's coming up. Even my catfish is coming up. See, that's why I can't. Okay. That's why I can't bring myself to get rid of them. Okay. These guys are eating everything. Just drop it there, and then we'll feast. Like a catfish. He likes to eat from the surface and the bottom, but never the middle. Unless it goes right in front of his face, so. I haven't gotten tongs to feed them yet, but I will. Oh, okay. Just sprinkle this around here, and these guys will. Like, okay, he's very aggressive today. I don't know that he's not aggressive, but anything. Rather Tesseract fish. The tesseract. Anyway. Very decent fish. Decent sized. For a warm-up, I had a much bigger one. These guys are going to get so much bigger. That's why I'm going to get them. Well, actually, that would totally spoil some of the videos, so. Anyway, let's continue with favorite fish? Comment below. Please tell me. And leave a like on this video. Anyway, that's it for now. Bye-bye.